What? What? This anybody gets convicted.
Saying content creation culture, right? From a content creator's perspective, I think that Omi brought something to the game that nobody was doing. And I don't think that anybody has done it since. Nobody has started the way that Omi and the Hellcat started. And was talking the stuff that he was talking. He was entertaining. He was charismatic, entertaining, and he ran it up. I think that he's going to do a good job. Anyways, this is an interview that he did, I guess, with one of his best friends as soon as he got out. So you already know what it is. Their advantage. He can't listen to something on off. It's just your wild out. And the thing with Father of the King, man, it's a long time coming from our school. He's motherfucking man, we just picked him up from Danbury, Connecticut. And he obviously all the way back shining this bad. People thought, man, that they got some fellows, man. Dog immediately got his jewelry on.
Dog immediately got his jewelry on. Homie didn't do one push-up, one sit-up. He didn't fast. He didn't do nothing. Homie, the exact same. I'm gonna grow a beard out, and I'm just doing. I will do my time. You expect him to be 2 to 3 years. They think he's gooder, healthier, all that stuff. He was like, nah. I'm chilling. I ain't gonna do nothing. Bro, you're not gonna pay me to get on health. You talk about heart disease. You talking diabetes. Oh, no, hey, you need to put no weight back on.
pay me to get home.
You can pay me
That's
to
not like
get
I
on.
love.
Love
You
me.
know what I'm saying? This sounds like you don't
Take days and years almost. So that's accurate. That's crazy in my opinion.
Spending what's all in isolation and deprive people of not even no form of communication besides your dad, I love you, that's like even though I didn't think that I was this way. And putting my mind together, I think it kind of has right? Like to be to whom is much given is much expected, right? And I took advantage of all the things. I sat on my ass and I wouldn't go active in certain situations. Isolated from the world that I'm saying I can get a lot of living on the couch. I should have been out there doing most of the situation. Should have found this proactive in the city. And you know, going this whole journey, I felt like shit, I'm entitled and I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a lady in the city, a lot of things I had to work on. And right before I came home, I told myself, like, I'm gonna chill everybody. And this is like a conversation, you know what I'm saying? That I'm having with myself. This negative self-talk coming up. I'm chill everybody. I'm saying, like, then I had to really stop even and who I was as a person in the first weeks.
Oh shit.
I'm not that nigga who thinks that he can just run around and back stuff, but that's not who I am as a person. I'm really soft. I'm not a person that sits here and does things like that. You can stab me today and tomorrow I'll forgive you. That's the kind of person I am. I have to like really sit down and you know have these conversations with myself for a year and hit the things that he instilled in me. So the closer I got to the door, you know, I became the person that
See you, bro.
They know how they think in front of me, they know how to picture me out. I'm saying, I'm still not saying it. But it's a situation like, you know, learning how to deal with the streets and, you know, being a corporate person and then being thrown in jail. Nigga, that's the whole the world. I can't operate like that. Negativity around that all day. I've never had productive conversations with women. It's very rare. Like only the last 2 months, like I'm chilling with my uncle, with the kids be down, and you know my brother's bodies for a while. See, those rituals, like the only people that really talk about everything else is just politics. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, maybe if I thought I was supposed to be holding her down, I was restricted, was supposed to be marrying her. She was supposed to be helping me. I thought that she was going to hold me down too. She tried to make it seem like,
She tried to make it seem
I
like
got you, whatever, so on and so forth.
so on and so forth, but
Apparently she ran off with the bag.
she ran off with the bag and didn't. It's not like she had less than 3.
So apparently she
She
ran
ran
off.
off with somebody else.
And
You know, tripped out.
It
It wasn't for home.
We
We would never knew if it wasn't for home.
You never know. But you know, make a leave, famous, get a business, all of that stuff. Next thing you know, they turn them. I heard that like they stole, they took down his YouTube channel.
They turn on him.
They stole his
Check out his YouTube channel. All that stuff is going on, bro.
Prepare with real food for surgery. Let me see if I can find a video like some of the old stuff that they supposed. I heard it was like some old videos.
I
It's
heard
kind
that
of like glorious
like
years ago.
years ago.
That people tried to create a YouTube channel with some of his old content and stuff like that. Let's see if I can find some.
Look at all the cars. You think he mean?
Let's go. I just want to, a little more parts. That ass fucking. We got the Hellcat, 2 Lambos.
The two
We got the
Lambos.
Hellcat back there. That's the reason why I like this car, because you open it regular. That way, it's fat friendly. Open it all way. They don't come up like the Vespa. Ain't this thing such a beauty? I gotta get rid of the orange calipers, man. I don't like that. Yeah, homie was killing it.
Yeah, homie was killing. Homie was running up a bag.
I mean, when you would talk to me, homie was a lot of that. I want to kind of rewind back to talking about being on the couch, not being proactive, feeling like almost stagnant. And that had a lot to do with the depression of knowing eventually that you were going to have to do this time. No, that just comes from depression of just knowing how bad of a person I was. And maybe he did lose weight because his sweatshirt,
It's
it's kind of heavy on him. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of loose on him.
It's kind of loose on him.
I knew that I wasn't living right day by day. Like
I knew I wasn't living right day by day.
Like, I used to keep a log of all the people I had sex with. You know what I'm saying?
Sex with.
We don't leave it there.
Sex with who?
Welcome home, homie. I hope that you run up a bag. I hope that your companies are super successful.
Companies are super successful.
Your biggest advice for me.
My biggest advice. I don't
Because
really because he's like, think about
my biggest thing for him. Stay away from people that don't have their best interests in heart.
Stay away from people that don't have your best interest in heart, bro.
Tricking off on girls,
taking care of people, setting up for
and place. And everybody turned on him.
And everybody turned on. Not everybody.
It seems like most people actually turned on him. And, you know, he He didn't have nobody in his corner to hold him down. So hopefully he get everything down. Hopefully he does really well. Welcome back. Hopefully he create a YouTube channel. That's all I want. Please tell us we should brag.
Well, hopefully he create a YouTube channel.
We are not investing in this regardless of what they do, right?
Stores from snatching up real estate and driving up housing prices.
It's an investment opportunity for them to be able to park money so that it's not as volatile depending on what the market is happening or doing right now. And it,
Here is the reality if you are going to be a new mom. Okay, I am on my last video of the nanny series, and I simply wanted to kind of put a PSA out there. Okay. I am trying to make the video too. Okay.
my niggas is chilling in the streets and bodegas in the front of bodega. I'm in fucking Morocco getting smoked up, nigga. My niggas is chilling in the streets. Tell them, hey, Leo, hey, yeah, tell them, hey, Leo, hey, lady, go, baby. See you in the next lady, go. Crazy, I'm telling you, reach out.
We're gonna go do business. Business sister.
Oh, yes. Okay, goodbye. Yeah. California. Institution. Texas, and now they start to move it up to the Midwest, which means they so the price. There's no way. What is that the federal government can stand people from pricing their houses? But they promise it's a home. Single
basically over the last 4 or 5 years, I think America is short essentially like 4 million homes, and that's translating.
Oh shit.
From snatching up real estate and driving up housing prices.
Housing prices.
The American dream
Was the pinnacle of American increasingly out of that American dream is increasingly out of reach. Seeing stock prices drop. Seeing their stock prices drop.
President for the people.
This is the president for the
This
people.
is the president for the people. I'm looking for specific business stocks. Looking at some of the stocks. Can we talk about this stock?
Saying people live in homes, not corporations. Senator Chuck Schumer responding, saying Senate Democrats tried to do this last year, Republicans blocked.
Oh my God,
These people are insufferable. They can't take the fact that Trump is winning. They just can't take the fact that Trump is winning. Damn Democrats, you're the worst ever. Learn to take your evidence that Trump is winning. Just learn to take your L like Trump is not the racist.
this is a good idea to work together. And then we are and all of American people. Hey man, Democrats, we tried to do that one time. I don't care what Trump. But we did.
What's the issue? Affordability for first-time buyers. The median price of an existing home in the U.S. now tops $400,000.
Somebody said, wasn't that Kamala's campaign promise? Wasn't that just a Kamala campaign promise? Harris promised to
But
build
more of her campaign for constitutional stuff, constitution. That wasn't the core of her campaign.
Like never before.
Election like never before. The core of Congress $3 million new homes. So lower the prices. Or she need 3 million new homes. That's what she said. I'm gonna build 3 million new homes. 3 million new homes. I'm going to build 3 new homes. They are so. Speaking of you. Basically, if somebody wants to sell that property, you can sell their building, whatever.
Their apartment or anything. And they first have to usher to
non-profits.
If they then say, hey, listen, if the person denies, I'm selling it to
The person then you can turn on.
if they can sell it, the nonprofits have to offer that to the nonprofits at the price that they agree on for private investor or institutional investor.
Institutional
They have to
investors,
put it back
they have to put it back on the
price that they agree on. So the nonprofits, they get a second rate for everything.
So basically, more
Basically,
basically, you can get over a year of trying to solve the problem
because
that
they are
you
trying
have
to
to
take
get your
profits
profits.
It's crazy. I've been studying it. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. I'm gonna talk about it on the show tomorrow. perspective, so that we all truly understand that we're trying to go what's really going on. I want you to realize what's really going on. Why you should or shouldn't invest in certain areas, whether you're trying to go REITs, or you're just trying to do individual investing, or if you're commercial, trying to invest commercially, or you're trying to start a business. All right?
With mortgage rates near 6%. But critics say large investors own just 1 to 3% of single-family homes. And they say Trump's proposal does not address other big issues like the shortage of new building projects and skyrocketing construction costs.
We're talking about really small.
You can't please these people. You can never ever please these people. Trump's introducing legislation, executive bans, or promises, putting together a framework. It's like one at a time. You can never please these people. Four homes. And people still complain. You put pressure on the bank. What the fuck do I want? Same bill. And y'all still win. Cost of bread is cheaper. People still complain. What the fuck else you want? They complain. They love to complain. They like to complain. So love to complain.
Assuming this is something that comes out of FinServ, your thoughts on this bill legislation might be sourced. Is this an idea that Republicans could get behind?
Well, far too many people can't afford the homes that they could have a generation ago. We have seen interest rates continue to stay high. Mortgages are more difficult to get into. We know we have a significant supply problem. I look forward to seeing the president's speech that he's previewing in that message when he's in Davos about exactly what his plan is. But I think it's across the board imperative that we work to make it more accessible for families to get into a home. I think the two key policies that we should be working on here at Capitol Hill are working on policies that reduce inflation so the Federal Reserve can bring down interest rates, and then working on increasing the housing supply. As we increase total supply, that is going to be our best tool to ultimately bring down costs.
Because they cannot control the price that people try to sell. They can control
the interest rates. They can only control red tape. Construction can be easier to control than institutional investments.
There's been obviously a lot of discussion for a long time about whether or not institutional investors should be buying single-family homes and what the implications are into the broader cost structure across the country. The president, in his message moments ago, said he's going to provide additional details in a couple of weeks. I look forward, like many others, to seeing exactly what that would look like. Again, to me, the biggest thing that we can be doing in Washington is reducing inflation to lower interest rates and working to increase total housing supply by removing, in particular, regulatory red tape. So I look forward to seeing the proposal, evaluating it when we do, but working broadly to make sure that we are working to make housing more affordable and accessible to families in the United States.
That's it.
So a lot of important things is that you have a large supply
For supply.
you drive down the cost. So I'll give you an example. Some manufacturers that can build their cars, there are some manufacturers that do one-off. So, they only build a certain the cost of the car offers a lot more. You can't drive down the cost for the car. Right? Focus more on quality. You got handcraft this, these stitch that. You can't drive down the cost because the materials are going to cost more, but you can negotiate better pricing. I've been in corporate America. I have friends in corporate America that actually were buyers, right? Buyers for manufacturing companies, whether you're talking about manufacturing of steel, certain things like that, or you're talking about assembly companies, which all manufacturers have largely become assembly companies. They are not manufacturers, they're not really all manufacturers. The manufacturing of most of the parts come from suppliers, right? But they have people that they hire that they call buyers. Now, buyers go in and they negotiate all of the different prices and price that goes into the product, right? They're going to negotiate with oil companies, they're going to negotiate with all manufacturers and suppliers. They take bids, and so those are buyers. The more that they can produce of things, the more that they can drive the cost down. So the reason why you're able to buy a Model 3 or a Model Y at cost is because they are able to en masse produce them in multiple different places, which drive down the cost because it allows them to have better negotiating. They're taking that same approach, slightly different, same approach to housing and manufacturing.
Hey, my house.
Making it able and drive down the
Ugh.
cost that the
Man,
interest
I need to
rates
watch.
or the cost of goods and materials
We do about
labor, all of that stuff, right? The more that they can get up, the more you will actually drive down the cost of housing because most of housing is the land that you're purchasing and producing. It's also the cost that's associated with it, especially when it comes to certain areas and certain environments. In California, you can get a little shack. I seen a video that recently popped up where it was a company they were asking 18 million for, and it looked like a house that was no bigger than 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on a small street. Most of it you're buying in the area. Another part of it is that you need industry, you need infrastructure, you need roads, certain environments, you need to build places that's not already built out. You have to get on some things. It ain't no land to purchase for you to actually be able to build housing. So what I'm saying, so there's a lot of factors that go into building homes. That's why you see home banking, cul-de-sacs popping up, all of that type of stuff. So it's a lot, it's a big thing, and there's a lot of layers to it when it comes to housing. You can't just introduce legislation like we're going to do and say, hey, people might say this. That's not how it works. There's systems, industries, and things that happen behind the scenes, and a lot of factors that go into the cost of your home depending on where you're purchasing a home. And I think this is a good first step. Preventing institutional investors from buying up once a home and putting them on the market at rates that other people can't compete at. It's almost like having a monopoly. Because if you control the market, you control the price.
You control the market, you control the price.
You know what I'm saying? And make sure you guys hit a like for the album, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications. Hopefully, you guys learn something today. And get your technology. I am Mr. Jackson's and Big Berry Soul with these players. I can give you some general points because I don't know what your circumstance or your situation is. First thing I'm going to how you start off is how you know how to maintain. messed up. Okay, you decide. Underpromise, overdeliver. That's my life philosophy. So that's a general principle. The second thing that I think that every person needs to have, because it makes it easy for you guys to be able to focus on things that really matter. There's you have to start worrying about what should and all this stuff. I think that everybody's doing it. It's like when it's not about protecting assets. It's about having clarifications about what happens in the event of a divorce. Every person who approaches out for whatever reason it's mutual agreement is for her and it's for you. Right? And then I think that if y'all don't have a mutual agreement, and those of you that don't, I think that a good business decision is to get a post-mutual agreement. A post-mutual agreement. All right? The third thing that I would say is some relationships are built on
Tier 1. Tier 1 players. Tier 1.
Spend so much time focusing on if you get married, you don't feel like it's working out for you.
Everybody go there.
If you get married and you have a child or children, you can't really break up unless something egregious happens. Because the children didn't ask to be here, and you've now committed yourself basically for a lifetime to ensure that you're going to do the things that are best interest of the children. So before you ever do that, take some time, chill out, live with each other, hang out, all of that type of stuff. And you need to start evaluating y'all circumstances and situation based off of what that looks like. If y'all having children, is she gonna stay home? How long does she stay home? Does she stay home until the children wind up becoming old enough to go to school full time? It's a lot of factors to y'all have.
What do you think is the number one obstacle that men deal with dating in the verse dealing with dating in today's society?
The biggest obstacle that we get to men have a
You want me to prove that every on this show has a huge ego in your minds right now? Crash married circle. Maybe I could think that it's optional. In reality, most of you are absolutely interest. Your chances of getting married are almost extreme. It's like 33 on your second marriage. Almost 0% chance. Yeah, the man can look at it for you. Think I'm a fair amount of income per year.
Rolex, I don't even talk to
If it's ladies, what do you think in general?
Hey. I need a girl. Who wants to go first? It's a deeper question. So, more difficult than before. right in front of you? Really? Are you still? This mom died? This mom died? Oh, wow. This dog died? He lost his job. We don't know him, so. Pretty heated argument. He thought you was cheating. You're a whore. You too? Wow. Oh my. Never. Never. Did his mom, his dad died or something? Oh, every week. That's really not a relationship. You struggle with the biggest obstacle in your opinion. Really? Was he broke? That makes sense. There's success. Okay. Is to look for a provider. What's the biggest obstacle for in dating in today's age? Oh, train. So basically, Trump. Never said cheaper men. Question for you. What is? I'll take 3. Did you have 3 sons for Chekhov? How long he? That's a CIA. Off the run? Hollywood relationships? I hate the breakers. You can't do it yourself. I hate the so much. Don't delusion. You think more about it because you do special than you really are. And the reality is, a lot of these kids think something about special you think that you are. It's funny when a girl says, oh my god's gonna cheat on me, I think of this. It's not true. You know, if he has enough, if he has enough, he'll never give. Once that has money, the one with the spirit, has money, not. Only enough is. Just like us. Musicians say what you want to hear. And then put themselves in doubt. Let's be honest with you. I'll give you guys a big red pill. Musicians say things that you want to hear. And they're more likely to buy things and spend money and put themselves in debt with consumers. Musicians make the music with fairy tales because the imagination is their best. Imagination is their best asset. Yeah. Because you like fiction off non-fiction, with romance novels, with fictional stuff. It's selling to some bad ways. Oh yeah, I see something wrong. Yeah, I got a main girl, of course. These one side girls too. That's just how men are. They're really. You're not gonna get an average guy, but none of y'all want an average guy. You know who he is? This big like Africans. This is very interesting. How much? How much? Let's say you're 30K. The problem is this, right? Average me. where we had this disconnect. Average don't want average. Average one above average one. Exactly. What I'm saying is, they're like, it's like a dog. I don't think most men do. I don't think half the girls that's broke. That's much money goes off. 100%. There's no chick that's a multi-million. Any single day. That's no different. It's just the other way. It's a multi-million. Oh, for broke man, that's a version. Lack of healing, which is funny to me. You think trauma is good for men? Trauma is good for men and bad for women. You seem to recover. Survival of this makes you more effective. Y'all scars admired because you went through shit and you survived it. Experience makes you less attractive. That's not just a woman.